Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Taisha. Listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I upload upcoming videos, okay? So guys, I have a quick question. I want to know, are you guys seeing butterflies? And what does it symbolize to you? So I'm going to read what the symbolism of butterflies could possibly mean, okay? So here's what I found. It says butterfly symbolism can be associated with rebirth, transformation, hope, change, a fresh start, growth and development, and inner peace. It also states if you see butterflies often or you feel drawn to them, it could be a positive sign that you need to embrace change in your life. Change. Change gonna come. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys what I believe my experience in seeing butterflies. It was during the pandemic. I was just like, okay, God, like, what is going on? Like, every time I could be walking somewhere, I'll see a butterfly, but I got a couple of situations where I saw them. So, one, I was in a school, I was working there, and I had a very huge decision I had to make. I had to make a decision that I was not really comfortable with, you know? And so, in a way, I was kind of forced to make this decision. And I'm like, okay, God, oh my God, this is a hard decision. What am I gonna do? And so, this was during the mandates and all those things that was happening, and so much rules and regulations. It was just so much. Like, I honestly thank God we made it through. Like, because wow, we actually were in history. That was history. We were in that part of history. Like, we actually went through that. That was crazy, but yeah, so I had to make a decision, and I go outside the school, and I'm looking up, and I'm like, okay, and it's regards to the pandemic and the mandates and all that, and so I'm like, okay, God, all right, what's going on? I don't know what to do, but I already had my mind made up. I just, my faith was tested. My faith was tested. Like, it's like, all right, guys, like, all right, you trust me? Like, how much do you trust me? Like, so you're about to make a decision, but you're gonna have to trust me, right? So I looked up and I started seeing these butterflies, and I was just like, okay, why am I seeing these butterflies? Now it's just random because in front of a school, I usually don't see butterflies in front of the school, especially where the school I was in. And so I was just like, okay, why I keep seeing butterflies? And the person I was standing next to, a friend of mine who worked in the school as well, I was asking him, I said, what do you think? Like, what do you think this means? Because I keep seeing butterflies. And he was just like, you know what? It's change. There's some changes for you. He felt that the butterflies signified changes in my life, and like in a good way. Like, you got a lot of changes coming up. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like, you're so right. And I had to make a decision, and I had to change my job. And so that's basically what I did. I changed my job. I wind up going somewhere else with the same organization, but it was a different location. So I was no longer in that school anymore. It turned out to be a really, really good thing. So the other situation I had, I was heading to the Jamaican restaurant to get some curry chicken and rice and peas. Because I love curry chicken. Woo, child. Like, I can eat curry chicken. That's like my favorite thing to get from the Caribbean restaurant, Jamaican restaurant. So I was heading there, and I was going through changes in my life again, and but this time it had nothing to do with work. And so I saw two butterflies flying above my head again, but they were heading towards the train. And I was like, oh my God. But I'm walking. As I'm walking, they're flying at the pace that I'm walking. So they're not like way, way ahead of me. They're like right at the pace that I'm walking. And I'm looking up, And I'm like, wow. So then I started walking fast, and then they started flying faster. And I'm like, okay. So, all right, God, like, what's going on? So then, as I'm heading to the Jamaican restaurant, I see the butterflies. They start to head like further up. So they're not at my level anymore. They're heading further up. They're going like from this way, and they're going up now. So I said, okay, that was my sign again. Another sign I got, butterflies again. So I took a recording of it. I don't know if I still have it. I can put it in this video. And then another incident was I was in my car, and I was sitting there. I believe I was listening to music, and I was trying to find parking. And so I found parking, and I found it in front of this house. And so I saw the butterfly. It flew past my windshield, and I just looked, and then it just sat on the home that was next to my car. So my car was here, and the home was right here, and the butterfly like just sat on the home, and I was just like, wow, that's a pretty butterfly. So I'm like, okay, here we go again with the butterflies. Like, I just kept seeing them like all the time. I can say also transformation or transitioning, I would say, could be another symbolism in when you see butterflies, because a friend of mine who passed away, may his soul rest in peace, he was 30 years old, and so he was found, they said he had a heart attack in the elevator, and he passed away. And so when I went to his burial, I went to his funeral, but then I went to the burial site as well. And I stood back, and when they were lowering his casket into the ground, I don't know, I can't remember if they were lowering it or if it was just there and they were about to lower it, but I remember everyone gasping like, oh my God. And all you saw was a butterfly like just flying away, like from where his casket was, the butterfly was just flying away. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Like everyone was saying, oh my God, like, wow, like the transition, like, I'm saying goodbye, and I'm going here now. I'm saying goodbye to the old, I'm going to the new. I'm saying goodbye to my past, I'm heading to my future. So I would say butterflies is a good sign, that either you're on the right path, it's time for change, transition is happening in your life. Good things are happening. Fly, spread your wings, and do not be afraid. I feel like it's a good sign. Good things to come. Challenges, but good challenges as well. And so that is my take on butterflies. Let me know if you have seen butterflies. Do you constantly see them? Are they always around you? I just want to make sure I'm not bugging out. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out. Can you see this dream come true?